Jason's leg broke. How fun is that? Perfect. The gang's all here. Freddy, Jason, Michael. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm the ASMryan, and these are my friends. They're not toys. They're collectible figures, okay? And today, we're going to be going over every single one. The rarity behind them, some of my favorites, when I got them, and a little story for each one. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And we got this giant Jason too, so we'll get into that one later. And what a better way to start off with my collection than with my favorite horror icon, Jason Voorhees. Now, the funny part about this is actually the horror icon I have most figures for. Obviously, he is my favorite. These two figures right here actually are what started my entire figure collection, and I have to owe a big thanks to my brother Chris. You guys obviously know who Chris is. He's been on the channel before, and he bought me both of these on the same night. He surprised me, and honestly, if it weren't for him, I would probably not be into, collecting figures as much. After that, I got myself this NES Jason game NECA figure, and then I got myself the Final Chapter figure. We'll go into more detail then, and most recently, my dad bought me this giant Jason figure. Each display box is out. Sorry for the noise. This is the box that this big Jason came in. It's a little beat up. But I would say if I had a favorite Jason figure out of all of these, it would be the Final Chapter figure. Just because it's the most classic Jason that I know and love. This is the box that it came in. And it just comes with a lot of fun stuff. You open it up, and that's where Jason is. Obviously, he's out of the box now, but it comes with a bunch of different accessories. You can put on a different hand. You can give him a different weapon. It's a lot of fun. So, this is the figure up close. Hopefully the camera focuses, but it's a really, really cool figure. You can remove his mask, unveiling his pretty little face. So, it's really, really cool. It's fun holding a tiny Jason mask, too. So, I don't know. It's posable. There's a little indentation on the side where you can put his machete or, the cleaver that he got hit with. So, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of points of articulation, too, so you can pose him however you'd like. Make him kick, do whatever you want. But it's always pretty hard for me to try and get him to stay still and stay standing, I guess. Not still. These don't move at night. At least I wish they did, but a boy could dream. After that, this one is a really nice one. It's Friday the 13th Part 2 Jason with the sack head. As you can see, this one has gathered a fair amount of dust, and I'm not a big fan of it. There's a lot of dog hair on it too. For some reason, I don't know if it was the paint or what was going on with this one, but it's very sticky. Like, things stick to it a lot. I would compare it to like a lint roller because it just sticks so much for some reason. But yeah, you can take his pickaxe out and you can switch it with other weapons that he has. He also came with a spear. But it's really cool. This is the one one of the only Jason figures I have that actually has like a land thing that you can balance him on, so it's really easy to pick him up and put him down. And if you don't like the sackhead Jason, you can always remove it for his actual face in part 2, which to me was disgusting, and I didn't like this Jason. It just wasn't appealing to me. But then again, Jason's not supposed to be appealing. He is a serial killer. This one is from the 2009 Friday the 13th remake, which, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with. It is not that good of a movie, but it was, I guess, just nice for me to see Jason back on the big screen. But yeah, his design I actually really liked. I think my favorite Jason design is the final chapter, and then I really like the Freddy vs. Jason looking Jason. But part 7, I think, is my #1 Jason look. That one is just insanely cool. So this one's not much going on with it. He came with like a crossbow because Jason used a crossbow in the remake, so you can take out his machete and kind of replace it. But, you know, his iconic machete, gotta put it on there. And I am sorry if you guys could hear my dog snoring in the background. I'll try and put some editing or something to try and get that sound out. But yeah, so this one is pretty basic. Not too much movement in the legs, but you do have a lot in the hands and in the head. His mask is on there, so not really any different heads that you can put on him. This NES Jason, something in my eye, is a very, very cool looking figure, and he actually comes with a lot of accessories as well. This is his box. As you can see, it says he comes with different weapons. So he has a machete or an axe. I put the axe on him because, I mean, he has the axe in the photo right there. And he also comes with a floating mother's head, which is Mrs. Voorhees. And I actually think it's really cool. If you guys know, this is the cover art, or this is in the Jason game, and this is where you see Jason inside the house, which is really, really cool, or cabin, whatever you want to call it. But it's really, really awesome, and there's actually a sensor on the inside that plays the music when you open it. But the batteries ran out, so it doesn't play music anymore. But I actually have Mrs. Voorhees' head, like right there. So let me just grab that real quick. Tragedy struck the second I got up, guys. Off camera, I'll show you a clip right here. My giant Jason figure fell over and ruined everything. And guess what? Jason's leg broke. How fun is that? Looks like I'm gonna need myself some glue, but that's totally fine because there's always a solution to every problem. As you can see, we'll get to him in just a second, but we got the accessories for the other Jason figures. This is Mrs. Voorhees' head. Now, it's just a floating head there. It looks really, really cool. And I totally forgot the final chapter figure has a tombstone. So, it's really, really cool. But, yeah, moving on to this giant Jason figure. He can't stand right now, but I'm pretty sure he'll stand sometime in the future. I'll fix him up. He is a huge, huge Jason figure. By far the biggest figure I have out of all of them, and I love it. I think he's awesome. I think he looks really cool. He's very highly detailed. I'm just gonna put his leg down, and his machete is super legit. You can remove the machete. Just not gonna break him, but you can remove the machete and add a bunch of other accessories he has. You can also remove his mask, which is really cool, revealing his highly detailed face. It looks really, really cool. If you don't like that face and would rather have another head that's a bit more bloodied up, and you can actually, you know, put knives and his machete in. As you can, you know, remember in part 4, he got hit in the side of the head with a machete. So he does come with this axe, which is another weapon you can give him. And he comes with a knife, which is another weapon you can give him. He also has his cut open hand, which is pretty cool because you can put his machete in there. It's just, you can recreate a lot of movie moments with him. So this is my now one-legged Jason. I hope you guys like my Jason figures. Let's move on to another icon of horror. Can you guess who it is? Well, you have this transition to guess. Let's get into it. Yes, that's right, boils and ghouls. It's Halloween day, and we're visiting our good friends Michael Myers down in Haddonfield. So, these two figures, as you can tell, are both Michael Myers, however, from different stages of Michael. This one is from the 2018 Halloween sequel to the original that Blumhouse made, and this one is the original 1978 figure done by 112 Collective. This one is done by NECA, which most of my figures are NECA figures. They are an incredible toy company and, well, figure company. But they're both super cool in their own way. They both come with their very own Judith Myers tombstone. So you can see the difference. I would say the 112 one is a lot better. It's thick. It's made of like a harder plastic, while this one is very thin, more of a cheap plastic. So pretty cool. This one definitely has more detail to it, but this figure was, I think, $200, and this one was $60, I think. I got this one at the Halloween 40th anniversary convention. That's where I got my Halloween poster signed by the cast, and I got my Halloween mask somewhere. You probably can't see it, it's not in frame, but I got a lot of things signed, and I regret not getting this baby signed, but it's still a really good figure. It comes with a lot of different accessories. As you can see, it comes with a ghost sheet. It comes with different hands. It also has this pumpkin, the Judith Myers tombstone, and of course the posing kit that I don't really use. I kind of just pose him standing completely normal, but he's on his little stand so he doesn't tip over easily. But let's get a close-up look at Michael. Again, just an awesome figure. His overalls are an actual fabric, so that's good. It's a nice soft. It's a nice soft fabric, so you can get a nice look at him there. His little knife, everything he has, so he's pretty cool. And like I said, he has the little holes on the bottom of his feet, so you can pop him back onto a stand. And he's not going anywhere. So this one is the 112 Michael Myers. It also comes with his pumpkin. That's really, really cool. You probably won't be able to focus on it that well, but it has batteries inside that help it light up. You just pop open the top of the pumpkin and it lights up. It's really, really cool. We obviously have our 2018 Michael, which has a lot of detail to him too. You have his ruggedy mask, his bloody hands, and of course his iconic knife. His overalls are made by a hard plastic. But, you know, good articulation. You can move his head around, you can move his arms, his legs, you know, make him run, do the splits, whatever you want. But I think his accessories are actually really cool. I could get him to balance there. He has the jack-o'-lantern head of the police officer. Spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen the movie yet, you probably just deserve to be spoiled. It is just a carved head of a police officer that was just doing his detective work and ran into Michael. The detail on this is awesome. It's incredible. I love it. So you can put him, you know, in Michael's hand, make him hold it and stuff. That's usually how I have Michael displayed, is the knife in one hand and the head in the other. He also has his really cool, there you go, his really cool pumpkin as well. You can turn it on and off. This is the pumpkin that was made by one of the girl characters' boyfriend. I don't really know that much. I've only seen the 2018 Halloween like 2 or 3 times. So, but yeah, very cool little light up trinket there, made of hard plastic. So, like I said, they are really, really nice figures. I'm gonna put them down, but the box is pretty well done. This one is a NECA figure, so you open her up and you got yourself all your accessories, and you could put them back in the box, display them in here however you'd like, but you know, just some cool pose shots that you can get accomplished with the Michael figure. But let's move on to our next set of figures. Let's do it. The next 3 icons are definitely fan favorites as well. We have the good guy doll, Chucky. We have Freddy Krueger himself from Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And we also have Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love all of these figures. There's not a single figure that I own that I don't like. But I love the good guy figure, I would say, not because it's super fun and cool and having him be tiny. He's definitely smaller than all the other figures, as you can see, and I like to put him on this little wooden pedestal so he can you know, be more noticeable rather than just a tiny little figure. He also comes with, as you can see, a good guy box, which is awesome. I actually kept him in there for a while, but I wanted to show him more evil with his weapons and everything. This one by far comes with the most accessories too. You can see he comes with various different faces and weapons, but yeah, he's just an all-around awesome person. And the fact that he comes in his very own good guy box, like as if you're buying him from the store, is super, super awesome. So NECA did a great job on designing all that stuff, and as you can see, the box is just an empty box that you can put Chucky in. So that's really, really cool. Freddy is another very, very well executed figure. This is obviously from Freddy's Revenge. I like to put the fire on his back because of that scene where he's like, "You are all my children now." Like, just, yes, dude, I fanboy so hard over horror movies, and I know you guys know that, so if you've made it this far into the video, you're probably just as much of a nerd as I am, so I love you. But this Freddy also doesn't like to stand up, so I have to lean him on things a lot. But here's the Freddy figure in all his glory. He has a removable hat, so you can see all the detail on his face and everything. I like to keep his hat on though, because for some reason Freddy without a hat always looked weird to me. I don't know. And the flames that he comes with is actually just a magnet that you can put on the back of his figure, and it stays on there. It's not too strong, so you kind of have to hold it on there, but if you let go, it stays. So it's a really, really, really cool idea. There goes his hat. I'm sorry if that was loud, but his box is also very, very cool. As you can see, he comes with his 2 little demon dogs that were in that weird sequence. But the box is awesome. You got the poster art from the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 movie. And you have some sick picture of him with the flames behind him. He comes with different faces as well, so that's really cool. And another hand where he's just growing his claws out of his fingers rather than needing a glove. So, another super awesome figure. We're gonna put him back on there. The Freddy figure I think I got the same day I got my good guy figure, and I think I got my final chapter figure that day too. So I got Freddy, Chucky, and Jason all on the same day at a shop, which was really, really cool. So the next one is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. Doesn't have much to it. He doesn't come with too many accessories, just, you know, his mallet and, you know, obviously his chainsaw, which I love. The detail on his apron and on like his mask and just the blood all over him just is incredible to me. The chainsaw just is perfected. So I would say Leatherface is another super, super fun figure. I just kind of wish it came with more things. A part of me wanted them to come with like a Pretty Woman mask. If you guys know which one that is, that's the mask that he wears at the end during like the dinner scene. But they included that in a different set, so you can buy the Pretty Woman Leatherface on a completely new box, but I thought I already got the original, so I don't really need the other one. This one comes with the grandma head, a cleaver, his mallet, and then a hook, actually. So like, you know, the hooks that he puts people on, so you can kind of create your own scene, you know. That's what I think NECA is really going for when they sell these, is you being able to take a lot of good photography with the figures, which I think is great, because when you're displaying figures and when you're collecting them and not just playing with them, you want them to look like the movie. And whenever I look around at a lot of the figures that I have, it's just like, dude, the detail on that, you know, or, oh yeah, he was posed like this in the movie, let me pose him like that. It's just one of those things that a fan would understand, if that makes sense. Yeah, so we got our 3 icons here. Let's move on to a couple more figures. Transition time. Now, if we're going to talk about some classic horror icons, we're talking about the classic horror movie monsters: Frankenstein, Dracula, Phantom of the Opera, The Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and many, many more. Bride, everybody, you know what I'm talking about. These are, I would say, some of my rarest figures. They're both original Universal Monster figures that came out a long time ago, but they're in fantastic condition. A lot of you collectors that are watching this are gonna hate me by saying this, but these were both in their box when I got them. My brother got me this one, and I got myself this one at a convention, and I took them out of their box. I took them out of the box, guys, and I'm so sorry, but I just told myself I don't think I'm ever going to be selling these things. These are things that I love and things that I spent the majority of my life so far collecting. So I want to keep these forever, and I really hope my children are into horror movies and collecting, because I want to pass these down to them. But you're looking at 100% my favorite figure in my entire collection, which is this original Invisible Man figure. It's perfect in my eyes. You got the title right here. You got the book that is removable. He has several books that you can put in his hand. You know him, he was a pretty awesome scientist. For the people that really know me, you know that Invisible Man is my favorite classic monster out of all of them. He was played by Claude Rains, which is another really favorite actor of mine from back then. He also played Phantom of the Opera in the 1940-something version. Pretty sure it was in the 40s. Also, here's an airplane for some ASMR airplane sounds. I love living in Los Angeles trying to make ASMR videos. Anyways, it's a beautiful figure. He has his little cigarette right here, and everything just kind of is really nice. They do get dusty after a while, so I'm really bad at taking care of them, but I need to get myself a display case the same way I do for my masks for these babies. So, yeah, that's my Invisible Man. This is my creature from the Black Lagoon figure, where he is just stalking over, I think her name is Jane. Please do not get mad at me for not knowing these things. I should have studied before, but I haven't seen the movie in a while. But yeah, they're both removable off of their little stand. You know, just basic detail on her. You know, it's not too much, but she is really cool, I guess. It adds to the scene. And then you have the creature, of course, looking all cool and highly detailed. Not that much articulation on this one. So, you know, you can move his arms a bit, you can move his little fins, but other than that, I kind of just put him here like he's just like, give me a hug. All I want is love. Why is everyone running away from me? Yeah, so that's the creature from a Black Lagoon and the Invisible Man. They're both my only classic horror movie monster figures, and I love them to death. I think they're super, super cool. And I'm grateful for my brother for getting me this one. He got me a lot of my figures because he knows I like collecting them. So yeah, super awesome. Even cooler. And I would say these are probably my rarest figures out of all of them. So let's get on to our next set of figures. Transition. Next up, we have two of some of my favorite movies out there, A Clockwork Orange and Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. This is another NECA figure, and this is a 1/12 collective figure. My brother got me the Clockwork Orange figure, which is incredible, as you can see, and I got myself this Evil Dead 2 special edition figure. It obviously comes with Ash and a Deadite. It comes with the funny talking little deer thing. I really hope that's a deer. I'm very tired right now. And it comes with its own little Necronomicon, which is a tiny little baby Necronomicon that you can open up and read if you want. It's fantastic. Who doesn't want to read about the dead? Fantastic. So, as you can see, I take very good care of my figures. They're so hard to stand up for me, I'm sorry, but yeah, Ash looks awesome. He comes with his boomstick, as you can see, and his chainsaw hand, which is really, really cool. He has a little holder on the back for his shotgun that can actually, you know, hold the shotgun, which is cool. The detail on him is very nice. I like to pose him like he's about to shoot the Deadite. And as you can see, the Deadite is also highly detailed. He has his disgusting demon face on and his scaly hands. Nice and evil. So that's good. And the little deer head, you can actually move around, because if you don't know, in the movie, it's like laughing and moving around, but yeah, it's kind of stuck the way it is because it's just been like that this whole time. So that's the Evil Dead 2 thing. Actually, the most important part of this entire figure here is I got it signed by Ash Williams himself, Bruce Campbell, the actor that played him, which actually was a really funny story because he was like, I can't tell if this is legit. Like, is this legit or is this a knockoff? And I'm like, it's a NECA figure. Like, this is very legit. I wouldn't want you to sign something that's a knockoff. And he was just laughing. So he's a really cool guy, and a really funny, awesome story that I never thought I'd be able to see. But he was in a separate room signing things. So you would, you know, walk up in line and they'd say, okay, your turn to go in the room. Okay, take this person out. Your turn to go in, take this person years now. And when I was in the room with him, it was just me and Bruce. He was signing my stuff and we were talking. Kane Hodder came in. And if you guys don't know who Kane Hodder is, that's the guy who played Jason from Part 7 to Jason X, I believe. So I started freaking out, and it was just absolutely insane. I got to see Jason interacting with Ash, and they were both really nice. I was talking to both of them for a while, and it was just a really fun experience. So definitely something to remember when he signed that for me. Also, I got this Clockwork Orange figure. As you can see, he is on his stand, which is another very high quality figure. This one was extremely expensive. I can only imagine how much my brother paid for it, but it comes with a lot of accessories. I have him with his cane and his glass of milk. But yeah, not much to say. I mean, his suspenders and clothes, you know, are super highly detailed. You can actually pull on them like it's actual fabric, and you know, you can articulate him and pose him around however you like, but I kind of just have him looking evil with this little smirk. I remember I actually had this costume and I did a role play on my channel for Clockwork Orange, so search that up and cringe as much as you like. The box is very, very cool as well. It comes with several different items, different faces for him. It comes with the milk. He has a knife as well. But, yeah, not as many accessories as Michael's figure, but just enough. Sometimes I gotta tell Happy to stay quiet because he just snores way too much. So I'm sorry if you can hear him snoring in the background. But, let's get to our final figures. Transition time. And my final figures I'll be showing us today are my Pennywise and my Ghostface. Now, the Ghostface used to be my most favorite figure. Doesn't come with the fancy box, it just comes with this Movie Maniacs sign because Movie Maniacs had a complete line of horror figures from Freddy to Ghostface to Leatherface to a bunch of other people. I think Candyman had one too. Can you guess why he's not my favorite figure anymore? Everything looked good on him. Look at him. Look how perfect he looks. He even has a phone in his hand. Just super cool. But, oh no. What's missing? His broken knife. Yes, it's supposed to be in here, but it broke because I am a terrible owner, and he fell off of my shelf up top. Second shelf, he was on the top because I love him to death, and it snapped off. So I'm probably just gonna get myself some E6000 glue, which I have because I use that to glue on my pin backs. Check out my Etsy shop, I make pins. Link in bio. But yeah, it's still a really, really cool figure. As you guys know, Ghostface is my favorite costume, at least for a horror icon. He just screams classic Halloween to me, and I love his mask. So that's my Ghostface figure. Like I said, not much to go to him, but he's definitely still up there, and one of my favorite figures. I still display him with all my favorite ones. So we have Pennywise for our last but not least. He is by far the hardest one to make stand because his legs are just so wobbly sometimes. He has a lot of articulation. You can move almost every part of him. He comes with a little red balloon, as you can see. I love putting it on there. It looks really, really nice, and his costume is very highly detailed too, so that's good. But yeah, I appreciate every single one of you who are watching. If you made it this far, thank you so much for the support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, here's to more collection videos because I do want to do a lot more of them. So, I love you guys. Good night, and please don't forget to smile. Bye, everyone. Okay, Ryan.